Millions of Nike shoes are produced every day, making it one of the best-selling brands in the world. Have you ever seen what it looks like inside a Nike factory? Today, we're going to explore the entire process, so make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Let's go.
Phase 1. Design and model planning. Everything begins long before a pair of Nike sneakers reaches a factory. The process starts in design studios, where teams of designers, engineers, and material specialists develop each model, aiming to balance aesthetics, comfort, performance, and durability. They analyze how the foot moves in different activities. Nike sneakers for running differ from basketball or casual models, each requiring cushioning, stability, flexibility, or lightness. Designers create sketches that evolve into 3D models, allowing precise adjustments to the sole, heel, and laces. Materials are selected: durable rubber for soles, lightweight foam for midsoles, and breathable fabrics or synthetic materials for the upper. Prototypes are then produced and tested under real conditions. Engineers evaluate stability, weight distribution, and durability. If issues appear, the design is refined. This process can take months until the Nike sneakers meet all standards and are approved for mass production. Phase 2. Material reception, cutting of pieces, and component molding. Once approved, factories receive large volumes of materials like rubber, foams, and technical fabrics. Each plays a key role. Rubber provides durability, foam absorbs impact, and fabrics offer ventilation and flexibility. All materials undergo strict quality control. Technicians inspect thickness, elasticity, resistance, and color. Any defective batch is rejected. Approved materials are organized by model and size to maintain production efficiency. Next, automated cutting machines shape materials into components such as panels, tongues, reinforcements, insoles, and decorative parts. Precision is critical to avoid assembly issues. Simultaneously, structural components are molded. Foam midsoles are shaped under heat and pressure to provide cushioning, while rubber soles are compressed in molds with tread patterns designed for grip and stability. These molds are highly precise and specific to each Nike sneaker model and size. Finally, all components are carefully sorted and grouped into batches, ready for the next stage, where the Nike sneakers will be assembled into their final form. Phase 3. Stitching and assembly of the upper Nike sneakers. With all the pieces ready, the assembly process begins. This phase combines the work of specialized machinery with the intervention of highly trained operators. The first step consists of building the upper part of the Nike sneakers, also known as the upper. This is the structure that wraps around the foot and largely defines the appearance of the footwear. The different sections of fabric or synthetic material are placed into industrial sewing machines that join the pieces following very precise patterns. During this process, reinforcements are incorporated in areas that handle greater tension, such as the sides or the heel area. Important details are also added, such as the eyelets for the laces, internal reinforcements that improve foot stability, and decorative elements that identify the Nike sneaker model. In many cases, the logos and graphics of the Nike sneakers are applied through embroidery, heat stamping, or specialized printing, depending on the design. The objective of this phase is to create a flexible but resistant structure and capable of adapting to the natural movement of the foot without losing its shape. Once the upper is finished, it is prepared to be joined with the other structural components of the Nike sneakers. Phase 4. Sole attachment and formation of the Nike sneakers. At this stage, all the pieces are integrated to finally form the complete Nike sneakers. First, the upper part of the Nike sneakers is placed over a last. The last is a rigid foot-shaped piece that allows maintaining the correct structure while the different parts are assembled. Then, the molded midsole is placed at the base of the structure. This layer is responsible for providing cushioning and comfort during use. Next, a high-strength industrial adhesive is applied, which will allow the different layers of the Nike sneakers to be joined. Once the adhesives are applied, the sneakers go through special presses that use heat and pressure to seal the unions. This process ensures that the sole remains firmly attached to the rest of the Nike sneakers. The combination of advanced adhesives and controlled pressure creates an extremely resistant bond capable of withstanding thousands of flexions and movements without separating. In some Nike sneaker models, in addition to gluing, additional stitching is added to reinforce the union between the sole and the upper. After this phase, the Nike sneakers already have their final shape. However, they still must pass a series of tests before being considered ready for the market. Phase 5. Quality control and resistance testing. Each pair of Nike sneakers must pass strict quality controls designed to guarantee that they meet the manufacturer's standards. First, a visual inspection is carried out. Specialized operators examine each pair to verify that the seams are straight, that the colors match the original design, and that there are no defects in the materials. Even small details such as a loose thread or a slight variation in color can cause the pair to be removed from the production line. After the visual inspection, some Nike sneakers are randomly selected to undergo more demanding physical tests. These tests are performed using machines that simulate intensive use of the footwear. For example, there are devices that bend the Nike sneakers thousands of times to verify that the unions between materials do not weaken. Other machines repeatedly press the sole to analyze how cushioning responds after long periods of use. Tests of resistance to heat, humidity, and friction are also carried out. These extreme conditions allow detecting possible failures that could appear after months of real use. In some cases, models intended for professional sports are even tested with athletes in controlled training sessions. During these tests, specialized sensors record data about impact, stability, and the behavior of the Nike sneakers. Only the pairs of Nike sneakers that pass all these tests are considered suitable to move on to the final phase of the manufacturing process. Phase 6. Final cleaning and product preparation. After passing all quality tests, the Nike sneakers enter a stage that may seem simple, but is essential for the product to reach the consumer in perfect condition. Final cleaning. During the manufacturing process, each pair of Nike sneakers has passed through multiple machines, presses, work surfaces, and human handling. Although production lines are designed to be as clean and controlled as possible, it is normal for small traces of dust, material particles, or very slight adhesive marks to appear during assembly. For this reason, before the product can be considered finished, each pair of Nike sneakers is carefully reviewed by specialized operators. At illuminated workstations, workers inspect the footwear to detect any surface imperfection that may have remained after production. If adhesive residues are detected, they are removed using special tools or solutions designed to clean materials without damaging them. Likewise, any dust or dirt particles are removed using soft brushes or compressed air. This step also allows verifying once again that the appearance of the Nike sneakers is impeccable. The operators check that the colors are uniform, that the material surfaces have no stains, and that the sneakers maintain their correct shape. During this phase, some final elements of the Nike sneakers are also added. For example, the inner insoles that provide additional comfort to the foot are inserted, the laces are properly adjusted, and it is verified that all components are placed exactly as indicated in the original design. Although it may seem like a minor detail, this final preparation is fundamental to the consumer experience. When someone opens a box of new Nike sneakers, they expect to find a clean, perfectly presented product ready to use. For this reason, factories dedicate special attention to this final touch before the footwear leaves the production line. Once the Nike sneakers have been cleaned, reviewed, and prepared, and they are ready to move on to the final stage of the process within the factory: packaging and distribution. Phase 7. Packaging and global distribution. With the Nike sneakers completely finished, the logistical phase begins, allowing each pair to reach stores and consumers in different parts of the world. The first step consists of the individual packaging of each pair of Nike sneakers. The sneakers are carefully placed inside cardboard boxes specifically designed to protect the product during transportation. These boxes not only serve an aesthetic function, but also a structural one, as they help maintain the shape of the footwear while traveling long distances. Inside each box, protective papers are added that wrap the Nike sneakers and prevent them from deforming or rubbing against each other during transport. These papers also help keep the inside of the footwear free of dust and preserve its original shape. Once each pair of Nike sneakers is properly packaged, the box is moved to a logistical organization line. There, they are grouped into larger packages that are carefully placed on industrial pallets. Each pallet receives an identification system composed of codes and digital labels. These codes contain very precise information: the Nike sneaker model, size, number of pairs included, and the final destination where they must be sent. Thanks to these traceability systems, companies can know at all times where each batch of Nike sneakers is located. This is essential when handling such large production volumes, since a single factory can prepare hundreds of thousands of pairs of Nike sneakers every day. Once the pallets are complete, they are transported using forklifts to the factory's loading areas. There, they are loaded into trucks, maritime containers, or cargo planes, depending on the distance and urgency of the shipment. From the factory, the Nike sneakers are sent to large international distribution centers. These centers function as intermediate points from which the sneakers are redistributed to retail stores, regional warehouses, or directly to e-commerce platforms. Thanks to this global logistics network, a pair of Nike sneakers that has just left a production line can travel thousands of kilometers in a matter of days. Finally, the product reaches its final destination, where it will be available for consumers to find in physical stores or receive directly at their homes.
And now I ask you, do you prefer Nike or Adidas? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like.